We also wanted to ask you a little bit about the work that you did with scenario planning and your core framework that guides your work. It's in any of these consulting that you do or you have done in the last 30 years. How would you describe it?
First of all, we made the decision early on in Reos Partners that we weren't going to try to have one single framework or one single theory, or for that matter, one single guru. So the work is a bit eclectic, but I think it's a version of what you have been describing, working with systems, to some extent organizational systems. Our specialty is cross-organizational systems, so sectors or societies. In particular, this idea or this approach that says that the way to understand systems and the way to transform them is to work with other actors who are located in different positions in the system and have different perspectives on the system. That's how we can affect change democratically and dialogically rather than force change, impose change unilaterally or violently. That's been the area of work. And then within that, of course, there's lots of tools. The tools for us are secondary to meeting that objective. But those tools include tools of systems thinking, like those that you know, scenario planning, which is simply telling multiple stories about how the system could evolve as a way of making better informed decisions about what we can do now, approaches to leading across systems. I guess you could call it systems leadership, which is different from organizational leadership or team leadership. Coming back to the first question you asked, what do all of those require of us individually? Not to say that the work is only individual, the work is almost by definition collective. Systems are not built or rebuilt by any one person. It's always a collective activity, but nonetheless, we each have to figure out what we can do and how we can contribute and what capacities we need to be able to contribute to that systemic work. So that's the domain of Rios's work, and we've focused especially on how to do that with high complexity, high conflict situations.